Alright, here we go. It's 5GC here, back with another video. And I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these Lego Ninjago videos, but I just didn't really have any content to make about it. But now I have new content because some new sets recently came out. Not came out, they're coming out in January. So a lot of them come out on January 1st. I'll kind of explain that later, but yeah, I will be looking at the Winter 2026 Lego Ninjago sets. Now, these are kind of like my first impressions, telling you guys which sets I like, but this is actually part one of a two-parter video. In this video, we'll be doing like an in-depth look at the sets, but in the part two, I will be doing like a tier list ranking. But yeah, I tried to do like the cheapest to the most expensive, so let's just get into it. First up, we have the Lloyd versus Earth Monster Spinner. And before I do continue, some of these sets are for Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1, but some are also for their new Legacy Wave. I think it's the 15th Anniversary Legacy Wave. But I'll let you guys know when we go to it. This set right here is part of Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1. And it's a nice little cheap $10 set. We have a Lloyd minifigure and an Earth Monster. I mean, it's $10, so I mean, you can't really go wrong with it. It's nothing too amazing. I would play the video, but it's probably gonna like glitch my video, so yeah, let's just see. This is a Lloyd minifigure. I'll be honest, it looks alright, you know. I don't know if I'm really a huge fan of it. If I get it in person, which I don't know if I'll get it in person or not. But yeah, I mean, it looks alright. It's an alright minifigure. The Earth Monster also looks alright. I'm sure it'll look better in the show when the season actually comes out. But yeah, I mean, for $10, it's a pretty nice set. I don't really have much to say about it because I'm not really ranking it in this video. I'm just kind of like giving my first impressions. So yeah, that's really about it. This is a nice set for $10. Nothing amazing, but it's $10. Next up, we have the Nia versus Mutation Monster Spinner. The Nia minifigure, I would say I actually kind of like Nia's minifigure more than I like Lloyd. I don't really know how I feel about this design yet. I'd probably have to see it in the show. But then we also get this Mutation Monster. I don't know what the heck this is. This minifigure just looks so dumb and weird and ugly. It just has like a big head that's bigger than any other minifigure head. Now, I don't know if this is like a big fig head. It just doesn't really work. I guess I would like what Lego was trying to do. They were trying to be unique for Ninjago, but this minifigure just looks kind of stupid. And I'm not really a huge fan of the spinner. But you know, it's a nice cheap way to get the two minifigures, but there are better ways to get these minifigures. But a lot of these sets this wave are expensive. And also, this set is also for Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1. But yeah, for $10, like, it's not bad. It's just not something I would really look at. But the Nia minifigure is nice. I don't know what that minifigure is. The Mutation Monster. But yeah, this is also for Season 4 Part 1. This set looks okay. But for the value, I think the value of it is actually great because you get 3 minifigures for $10. Like nowadays, a set like this would cost, I mean, this is nowadays, but typically a set like this would cost like $20 or $30. It only gives you 85 pieces, so that's pretty good. I mean, the mech is alright, I guess. I mean, it's for $10. The only bad thing I have to say about this set is that they don't give like the full Kai. Like his dragon form or whatever, or Draconis form, it's supposed to have wings and a tail. And I get why they didn't do it, because they were being cheap. I mean, no, they did that because it wouldn't fit, the minifigure wouldn't fit inside the mech, but they still could have included it. But it just gives you this Temu version of the Draconis form. But I will say, I do actually like this Kai minifigure. Even though it doesn't have the wings or the tail, we get a new Sora minifigure, which that's pretty cool. We also get this weird-looking Earth Monster. I know Lego were trying to be unique, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really like it. Maybe I'll have to see when I'm doing my ranking of the video. I don't think my opinions will really change that much, but for $10, I say this is pretty good. And out of the previous 3 sets, this is probably the set that I would get the most. Mainly because I'm not a huge fan of the spinners. I don't really care about the minifigures inside them. But for this, we get 3 minifigures. So, I mean, that's pretty good for the value. And then we have the junior sets. This set actually comes out March 1st. This is also Season 4, Part 1 of Dragons Rising. This just looks so weird. Like, when I saw it the first time, I was like, okay, it looks pretty good for a junior set. But, like, I don't really know. But we do get this J minifigure. Again, it doesn't have the wings or the tail, so it just kind of looks weird and out of place. And I don't know what the significance of this mutation monster is, but now that I'm looking at it now, the mutation monster set just looks ugly. Like, it doesn't really scream Ninjago to me. Like, it doesn't have any stickers or prints on it. Like, if they made it like a regular set, if it wasn't juniors, then I definitely could have seen how it was Ninjago, but it just looks like vomit, to be honest with you. But yeah, the J-Mech stuff looks pretty cool. I mean, it's supposed to be for 4-year-olds, but and I'm 18, but you know, it's still, the J-Mech is probably the only reason why I would get it, but I'm not gonna get it. I don't really have any interest in it. This is probably gonna get like the lowest ranking when I do my video, but I'll still have to make the tier list for that. But yeah, the J's Dragon Mech fight, to be honest with you, I'd probably skip out on this set. Now, this is the next set. This is Cole's Mission Mech and Dragon Zane. Now, a fun fact, if you look at the set, it just says Cole's Mission Mech. So I don't know if LEGO made a mistake when they put and Dragon Zane on there. But this set actually does look pretty cool. So we get this weird purple snake minifigure. I don't know if that's a snake. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It says Acid Monster. We get Dragon Zane or Zane Dragon form, and we get Cole. I mean, it looks pretty cool, but if you don't know, now I have seen some talk online that this was supposed to be Cole's like Dragon Mech, or not really Dragon Mech, but the mech he had in Dragon Rising Season 1, I think it was, when he was in the Land of Lost, and it wasn't really a mech, it was more of a monster. I don't think it's supposed to be that. I think it's supposed to be something completely, totally different. And to be honest, I really like this set. I mean, it's $35. You get 3 minifigures, but I mean, we get Dragon Zane, we get a new Cole, we get a... I don't really like the villain minifigure, to be honest. But I feel like we've just gotten too many snakes in Ninjago. I really do like the Serpentine in some of the earlier seasons, but we just have way too many snakes. And again, I don't think this is supposed to be a snake, but it kind of has like a snake tail. I can't wait to see this in the show when it actually comes out, but I mean, yeah, the mech looks pretty cool. So, I mean, I don't know if I would get this set, but I mean, $35, we get 3 minifigures. We get our first real full dragon minifigure, or dragon form minifigure. So, for what it is, I can't really complain about it. And I don't want to be too negative in this video, but one thing I do want to touch on, because this is the first real set we're getting into, is the prices, or are the prices. The prices, this is $35. Okay, I guess this is fine, but I want to see the piece count of the set. So if you see, the piece count is $364. The price to piece count ratio is gonna get real bad real soon. And I think I just messed that word up, but like the price, no, the piece to price, I think it's called. But $35, I'd probably mark this down to $30. We do get 30 minifigures, but we saw in that other set we had 3 minifigures. Granted, that was like 86 pieces. This is 364. But maybe they could have, I think they probably should have thrown in another minifigure, like throw in another acid monster, or an earth monster. Now, I don't know if this guy's like the boss of the acid monsters or not, but they, for $35, I feel like they could have, and they should have thrown in another minifigure to kind of even it out. Or they even could have built something like a side piece, for like something on the side for the acid monster to use. But I feel like this set should have been $30. But anyways, let's just get into the next one. Next up, we have Ninja Dragon Ryu's Battle. Man, that is a mouthful, so I'm just gonna say Ryu's Battle. So this is like another another older version of Ryu. To be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of Ryu in the show, in Dragon's Rising. I'm not really a huge fan of him. Like, he was kind of good in Season 1 and Season 2, but now I feel like, I don't know. But, let's just look at the minifigures. Let's look at the whole thing, obviously. This is Ninja Dragon Ryu. I'm trying to show him off. He has a lot of weapons. He looks pretty alright, I guess. Then we start looking at the minifigures. We have Aaron in his new suit, orange and blue. Excuse me if you heard that. Nia Dragon form. The Dragon form, I don't know if I really like Nia's Dragon form. We have Loyalist, I don't know who that is. obviously the season's not out yet, and we have a mutation monster. The mutation monster, that looks like something you would see in Marvel. No disrespect to Marvel, I like Marvel. I think Lego Marvel's pretty cool. Even though I'm not a fan of Lego Marvel, I still respect Marvel. This looks like something that would and should be in Marvel. Like something like Venom, like a mutated version of Venom or something. I don't know why they keep putting this weird minifigure in the set, but yeah, looking at the actual dragon, I don't know if this is a set that I would get. I mean, it looks alright, but yeah, we get Nia Dragon form. I didn't really like it, but now I actually am starting to like the minifigure. And we have a Loyalist, and here are all the villains at once. Not all the villains, but all the characters. We have Aaron, Nia, Loyalist, and Mutation Monster. So I think for what it is, it's an alright it's an alright set. But you see at the bottom, $45. And we only get 347 pieces. Now I closed its hat, but as we saw in the other set, the set I just saw, that was $35. I think that was like had 20 more pieces. This set has like 20 less pieces, but it costs more money. This set should not cost $45. Now, upon first glance, it kind of looks like a big or medium. It looks like a bigger set than the other one. But I think that's because they use big pieces such as the dragon head, which is reused, the wings, that shuriken at the back. This set should not cost $45. Like, it has less pieces than the other set, and the other set was cheaper. No, yeah, the other set had more pieces, but was cheaper. This has less pieces, but it's more expensive. But I'm not really a huge fan. I don't really like Ryu that much, so I mean, the only reason I guess I would get this set is for the minifigures, but probably just that Aaron and the Loyalist and the Dragon. Nia, I don't really care about the mutation monster, though. But anyways, let's just go on to the next set. Alright. This is probably the best set of the whole wave. And those previous sets were for Dragons Rising. This is for the 15th anniversary, which is kind of like celebrating all 15 years of Ninjago. Comes out January 1st. I'll try to see if I can get that set. But this is a pretty amazing set. We get, well, it looks like 7 minifigures. There is an extra minifigure, but I'll get to that. We get like a legacy version of the Ninja in their ZX form. And you might, for some of the newer fans of Ninjago, you might be wondering why Nia is a samurai. When the earlier seasons, I think season 1 to season 5, she was a samurai. But then later on in season 5, she became a ninja. But yeah, we get, I mean, these minifigures look pretty cool. We also get like a reimagined or legacy version of Wu in his not ZX, but like kind of like during that whole era of Ninjago. I've seen a lot of talk online. A lot of people were kind of complaining about the minifigures because they all have gold. Like, if you were around Ninjago back in the day, like Lloyd, I believe it was Lloyd, Cole, and Jay, their ZX armor was kind of like gold. But in here, all of it is gold. And to be honest, Kai Zane makes sense. Nia makes sense. I think Lloyd looks nice because, you know, he was the green ninja, and there was that whole part during season 2 when he became the golden ninja. But for Jay, it just kind of looks ugly because, like, his whole armor, like, on the torso and his arm is silver, so they should have just made it silver. I don't know why they made it gold. And for Cole, I mean, it looks okay. It probably would look better if it was silver. But, I mean, the actual display is kind of like whatever, you know. But, yeah, we get some, and this is, Jay's mother. We don't know her name, but she's the Master of Lightning, or was the original Master of Lightning, or one of the original Masters of Lightning, back during the Serpentine War. And this looks like a pretty amazing minifigure. Like, it's an exclusive to this set, and when we compare it to all the other minifigures in the set, it does look pretty awesome. So, yeah, this is kind of like what the back of the set looks like. Again, we get 7 minifigures. I don't know if they say her name on the box. Yeah, it just says Master of Lightning. They didn't want to leak her name. But, yeah. So, and also we get 447 pieces. I feel like this is a nicely priced set. Because I feel like what Lego could have done, they could have made the set cost like $50 or $60. We get 7 minifigures. But getting 7 minifigures for $45, that's a steal, to be honest. And this is probably my favorite set of the whole wave. Now, this is for 15th anniversary, not Dragons Rising, but they release around the same time. So, at least the Dragons Rising, some of them release in January, some of them release in March. I don't know why they split it up like that, but, you know, this is probably my favorite set of the whole wave. And yeah, we have 5 sets left. I know this has kind of been a long video, but I kind of want to give my full opinions about it. So next up we have Jay's Transforming Car, $55 for this. $387, okay. This should not cost, excuse me, just burped, but this set should not cost $55. It should just not cost $55. But yeah, we get 5 minifigures. We get this cool looking car. And I've seen some people like not liking it. I like the car. I think it's pretty cool. But let's look at some of the minifigures. We get Dragon Form Kai. We get Jay, Loyalist, Nia, and an Earth Monster. I think it looks fine for what it is. I don't know the relevance of what it does in the show. But you also get this weird side build. I called it a side piece earlier, but he has a side build. I don't know why they added that. I think they just added that so they could mark up the price, which is probably what they did do. It's Lego we're talking about. But I think the set looks alright. But yeah, $387. Not $387. 387 pieces for $55. This is a steal, but not a good kind of steal. They're literally stealing your money. They're scamming you. That other set had like 447 pieces and it was $45. But this is $55. It's more expensive. It has less pieces. Like, what are they doing? And again, it's part of a different wave. But I actually am kind of a huge fan of the car. And I like the Kai Dragon form, the Loyalist. Like, this is probably one of my favorite sets for Dragons Rising. Which, for Dragons Rising Season 4, which when we see the last couple of sets, oh boy, let's just get into it. Okay, what is this? The Ninja Vehicle Treehouse Battle. Again, that is another mouthful of words, but, what am I looking at? When I saw it the first time, I thought it looked pretty decent, but then I saw a Weavy video. If you don't know, he's another Lego Ninjago YouTuber. Well, I don't know if I consider myself a Ninjago YouTuber since I do other videos, but he's a Lego Ninjago YouTuber. You should check out his content. He made a video like kind of like giving his opinion over the new sets. But yeah, like what is this? What am I looking at? You can tell that they spent more of like the budget going into the like the actual side vehicles for the minifigure, not for the minifigure, but for the Ninja. We get this cool looking Kai bike and Zane helicopter, which we haven't got like 100 times before. The minifigures are probably where most people are gonna get the set for. Now this set is actually the set with the most pieces so far, coming in at 642 pieces. But $80 for 642 pieces. When you look at it the first time, it looks like a big set, but it really is not. We get 2 side builds, and we get 6 minifigures. We get Zane, Kai, Euphrasia, Jay Dragon Form, Loyalist, and an Acid Monster. The minifigures look okay, and it does look pretty good. Like, when you look at it from a first glance, it looks amazing, but when you really analyze it, it just starts to look bad. Like, Euphrasia is probably the only reason why I would get the minifigure. Not the minifigure, but the set. So yeah, here are some other pictures of it. The backs of this set always makes the set looks amazing, but a treehouse battle, this is not a treehouse. I don't know what this is. This is a sorry excuse for a treehouse. And they called it battle. Like, what does the villain have? Like, the villain literally has nothing except for their weapon. I don't know what to say. $80 for 642 pieces. They're just scamming you at this point. I don't even know what to say about this. But yeah, you all see where I'm gonna put this when I do my ranking video, because I don't think it's fair to entirely judge the set based on the price. But when we consider the price to piece count ratio, you really have to consider the price, because for $80 you're paying for 642 pieces, and other sets have less or more pieces, but you get the point. Now we're coming down to the last 3. These are like the more expensive sets of the wave, but I want to get to this one first because it's $99. I kind of pulled it up in the tab in a terrible way. My phone is about to die, so I gotta be kind of quick about this. But yeah, this set I think is pretty amazing. I believe this set has 6 minifigures. It shows 5, but I do believe there is an exclusive. But yeah, if you were around for Ninjago back in the pilot season, we have the four weapons blacksmith. This is where basically what the set is about. We never got like a full set for it. We did get a set during the pilot wave, but like it was just kind of like a sorry excuse of it was just small. It was like $10 or whatever. but this is actually the first full-size build we got of it, which is crazy. LEGO really waited 15 years to give us a set for the 4-weapons blacksmith, which, hey, I guess is no better late than never, you know. They waited like 15 years later to do it. They waited more than a decade, but this set is pretty amazing. So yeah, let's just look at it. We got Kai in his blacksmith suit. We got Nia in her original outfit. Rey and Maya, which are their parents. Rey, which was the master of fire. Maya, which was the master of water. We got some pretty iconic references from the show. We got Nia's samurai hood or helmet. We got Kai's ZX ninja hood. We got Master Wu. It just looks so cool. And we also get this. This was the original Master of Earth. I don't know if he's Cole's grandfather. A lot of people in the community kind of think he's Cole's grandfather. But like during the Serpentine War, he was on the side of the Serpentine. But yeah, this is the original Master of Earth. And he looks pretty cool. He's the exclusive. So yeah, I think for what it is, it's pretty cool. And this is what the back of the set looks like. Now, I have seen a lot of discourse online saying it's like too expensive, too overpriced, $100. But think about it, we get 1,259 pieces. This is a steal. This is an amazing set. I'm not surprised I didn't make it more expensive, but for $100, now this is a set that I obviously would not be able to get on day one. I'd probably have to wait until my birthday, which is in July of next year. But honestly, I'm fine with that. You know, I'm fine with waiting that long. This is an amazing set, and it's a nice display piece too. Like, it kind of works as a display piece and an actual playset for children. So this is like the perfect balance of a set. It has a balance of being for display and for play, which when I think for LEGO Ninjago is kind of rare nowadays. You either get one or the other. But let's look at this set, the Dragon of Life, which is for Dragons Rising. This is, I don't really like the color scheme for it. But I know a lot of Ninjago fans typically love a lot of the larger sets, but for me, for the past couple of years, the larger sets have kind of just been like hit or miss for me. There were some pretty good ones, like for Season 1 of Dragons Rising, we got it wasn't the treehouse, but like, it was like that temple set that had Euphrasia, Kai, and Nia in it, and it had like that green spirit. I forgot the name of the set. I think it was like the Temple of Dragon Orbs or whatever. That set was amazing, and I actually got that set for Christmas all those many moons ago. But this set, I don't know. It's a Source Dragon of Life. We get a random Sword of Fire for some reason. I don't think it's going to return in the show. They just added it for whatever reason. The minifigures are alright. We get Dragon Form Zane. Dragon Form Cole, Zane, Acid Monster, Loyalist, Sora, Dragon Form Lloyd, which is actually the first that we get him in, Aaron, and we get an Earth Monster. But yeah, this is a Source Dragon of Life. I can't really talk about it because I don't really know the significance of it in the show because the season is not out yet. But maybe they have to see it up close. I don't know. I just don't really like the set that much. And I'm not saying it's a bad set, but for my personal preference, I'm just not a huge fan of this set. It has some pretty cool minifigures. Now, it is $110, which is insane, but it is a big set. But this set has this set has 1,050 pieces. It has less pieces than the set I just showed you, which was the blacksmith set. But that set costs like $100. This set costs $10 more, but it gives you 200 less pieces. Okay, whatever. It's an alright set. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think I probably have to see more reviews, but I don't think any more reviews really changed my mind on it. And I'm not saying it's a bad set. We've seen a lot of those this video, like that treehouse set. But I say this is a pretty decent set. Then we go on to the last one, the Lois Titan Mech 15th anniversary. Out of all the sets to make into a 15th anniversary, they decided to make Lois Titan Mech from season 11, which was like a decade or how many other years? 2019, not 2019. Was it 2019, 2021? Whenever season 11 for Ninjago came out, I forgot which year. It might have been 2020, but around that time, this is the best set. They couldn't choose an iconic location like, I don't know, Cyrus Borg, Darkly's School for Bad Boys. There's a lot of locations. Maybe like make a Dark Island set. Like anything. They could have done literally anything. They could have even made Derek's Dojo from season 2. And I'm just thinking off the top of my head, they should have done Cyrus Borg in my opinion. But I mean, it's not a bad set. I'm just not a huge fan of the Ninjago Titan mechs. Like, there was Cole's Titan mech that came out, I think it was last year. Or maybe it was earlier. It was last year. No, it was during the Season 2, Part 2 of Dragons Rising. Which I think might have been last year. Maybe it was 2023. But, I'm just not a huge fan of the Titan mech. This has 1,293 pieces, $130, which you can't really change the price. It's over $100, so it's gonna be expensive. But when you look at the price to part count, it's okay. We get 2 minifigures because this is meant to be a display set, kind of like for older fans of the show. So, you know, I think this is a part of their 14 plus set wave. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not a huge... Oh, so we actually get 3 minifigures. We get Lloyd. We get, I think that's supposed to be the Ice Emperor or Grimfax. I don't know who that's supposed to be from Season 11. Master of Ice? And I don't know who that's supposed to be honest. Or maybe the Emperor of Ice, because Emperor of Ice was Zane during that season, but they obviously didn't want to throw Zane in here again. But yeah, we get the original Master of Ice, which I think fits perfectly, given that the Lloyd's Titan mech was actually in the Never Realm, which is like the land which was frozen over by the Ice Emperor. So I think it makes sense to give us the Master of Ice, but to be honest, that's the only reason why I would really get this set. And I know I'm probably like alone on this, because I'm not really a huge fan of the Ninjago Titan mechs. And I think it's also because I'm just getting so tired of mechs from Ninjago. Like, we really need something new. Now, I do love the mechs. It's just the Titan mechs aren't really the one for me. But for $130, I do think you are getting what you paid for. Like, I mean, it only has 3 minifigures, but it's meant to be for display, not for play. And it is meant to be for older fans. A lot of the older fans might not even care what minifigures come in it. So they could put, I don't know, they could put a random postman in the minifigure. Not in the minifigure, but in the set. And then Ninjago fans wouldn't really care. But, I guess they did do that, like, last year. No, earlier this year for the Kai's Titan mech. Which, if you remember that. But, anyway, this is pretty much the end of the video. I don't really have anything else to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will do, like, a ranking video for all the sets coming out soon. But, yeah, just stay on the lookout. I will see you guys in the next video. In the next part 2 video.